Whoa. Hello, welcome to Tim Anderson Horse Training. Today I want to talk about maintaining your horse's energy level, his adrenaline level. I know there's a lot of situations where you run your horse hard. It could be in a barrel pattern, it could be riding English, might be jumping, reining where you do real hard stops. And I like my horses to come back and settle immediately after I run hard. I don't want to have to fight them to make them stand still. If I'm not saying go, I want the horse to stand still. So I spend a lot of time controlling my horse's energy level, and it transfers in other ways too, because when you're controlling your horse's energy level, you're really working on his brain. If you're only training the horse's physical work and you're not training the mental work, you're only training half of what you need to train for your horse to perform well. I heard a trainer say one time that if your horse's feet aren't moving, you're not training. And I think that is so far from the truth. I believe that your horse needs to stop and stand and soak in what you just did. And I believe when you do that, training comes a lot faster, and you also teach your horse to bring his heart rate down, bring his breath rate down, and let his brain work. No matter what you're showing him, what you're doing, even if you're just trail riding, you want the horse to be soft and relaxed, and you want that brain to be engaged and operating. If your horse gets to a level where his energy comes up and his adrenaline comes up, he's going to go into that flight instinct. And in a lot of situations where I see a rider having trouble with the horse wanting to run off, that's what's happening. The rider isn't controlling that horse's energy, isn't seeing the signs of that horse's energy coming up, adrenaline coming up, and that flight instinct kicks in. So today we're going to talk about controlling that in your horse, how to bring it up and how to bring it back down. So this is Hank that I'm on. If any of you that have known me for a while, when we first got this horse, this was a very hot, hard to handle horse. He would not stand still hardly at all. But because of the way I ride him, the way I've trained him, I've got that brain to engage, and I've got him to learn to bring his energy level up and bring it down. So I'm going to start by just walking around. I'm going to walk just a little bit just to get his feet moving, and then I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So as I'm walking him around, he has a pretty good pep to his step. This is a really forward horse. But when I ask him to stop, I don't have to fight him to make him stop. Whoa. We stop and we shut down. I use my hand right here on the withers as a stop, chill out, nothing's happening cue. So if you're riding, I got my reins crossed, I can take and put my reins in one hand and put my hand right here. And that tells that horse, chill out, take a break, it's time to soak in. Pick my hand up, we'll walk. As long as my hand is up here, I want to ride with my hand right here in front of the saddle horn. If my hand is up here, we're doing something. Whoa. Hand is here, stop, stand. See how it's almost like flipping a switch. He put an effort into that stopping, and now he's calm and relaxed. I feel his whole body is soft. Pick my hand up, we're going to go forward. Go ahead and ask him to trot a little bit. We'll trot a little, then we'll go into a little bit of a walk. I want to get his heart rate up. I want to put him to work, and then we're going to ask him to sit and settle. Now, depending on your horse's energy, you might need to do a lot of stopping and standing. Might need to be doing a lot of trotting and standing, whatever it is. You want to get your horse's energy up to a level to where he's feeling like he's being worked. But when you say stop and stand, you're not going to hit you. He's going to stand. If you stop and stand and your horse is all fidgety, you've passed the point of where you should have stopped. It's okay for the horse to want to do what you ask him to do, but you want your horse to not do anything. Stop and stand when you tell him to. Whoa. And relax. Depending on your horse, you might spend twice as much time stopping and standing as what you do going forward. We had to do that with this horse at one time. If you need to, just set your reins down and just sit there. Don't be in a hurry to go back to work. This is where you work on that brain. You see them ears turned back? He's listening to me. He's waiting for me to tell him what to do, but he's not going to do anything until I tell him. That's what I'm looking for. No matter what event you show in or what you do, if your horse is reacting before you tell him, you're not going to get the result you want. You're not going to be as successful as you want to be, as you would be if that horse is sitting there waiting for you to tell him what to do. And that's where he's at right now. I feel him relaxing, he's shifting his feet, he's getting comfortable. He knows we might be standing here a little while, but his ears are still on ready. So I pick my hand up, little squeeze with my legs, and we're going to go back to work. Now, if you ask your horse to trot, and you're having trouble rating that horse's speed, I have a video about that, about loping circles, and I'll put a link to it up in the box up top. So if you're having trouble with controlling your horse's speed, you can go look at that video. We're going to go to work. Might be one lap around the arena, might be 10, might be 100, depending on where you are with your horse. And then when you ask your horse to stop, he needs to stop and rest. Whoa. And settle. Pay attention to your horse's breath rate. Pay attention to his heart rate. I know I am by no means an expert in physical fitness. That's pretty obvious. But you can get your horse's heart rate up to a point, and it's like he's exercising, but his mind is still engaged. But you can get his heart rate and his respirations up above that, and he's using so much oxygen to pump blood through his body that his brain can't really operate as good. It's almost like going out and trying to run a quarter mile down the road and do calculations in your head. You can't physically work above a certain level, and your brain really work too. So what you have to do is you have to get that horse used to bringing his heart rate up and operating his brain at the same time. Get it up, bring it back down. So we'll work a little bit of the lope. Ask my horse to lope off. We'll start off just by loping a couple nice easy circles, rundowns, not very fast. Just lope around a little bit. I can use this time to school on my horse, make his body get correct, make him get where he wants to be. Depending on what you're doing, that may be, you might be rounding, you might be whatever you need for your event. Work on your training. Get your horse's heart rate up. Whoa. And then sit and let the heart rate come back down. Let the heart rate come back down. Let the respirations come back down. Let the horse engage his brain. Let the brain come back in and say, okay, I'm operating, I know what's going on right here. It's real important to bring it up and bring it back down. So, we're good at a slow lope. We're going to go in a little bit faster lope. We'll see what we got. I'll lope him a little bit, stop him hard, see what we got. See if I can push that level. Where am I at? How hard can I work him and still have him relaxed at the end? So we're going to lope off again. Lope some faster circles. Do I still have that horse's brain or not? His ears are back listening to me. That's a good sign. I'm going to be getting his heart rate up, getting his respirations up. Now let's come around and do a stop. Let's see what we get. Whoa. And he settled, he got quiet. So I can get his heart rate up and I can bring it back down. I can feel him breathing a little bit heavier that time. But his brain is at a place where even though his respirations are up and his heart rate is up, his brain can still operate. So I hope that helps you a little bit with controlling your horse's energy level, his adrenaline level. It's real important to train your horse's mind. It's just as important, maybe even more important, to train his mind as it is to train his body. And you have to have that horse's mind on you to get anything done. So I hope that helps you with your horse if you're trying to get him up to a higher level of competition. If you like my videos, if you would, please click the subscribe button and the bell notification so you get notifications when I put new videos out. And until next time, thank you for watching.